Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So today, one of my friends and I, we were emailing back and forth and we were discussing energy work. So this video is about energy work. Anyone that's ever had energy work, if you're trained in it, feel free to comment. But I always feel like I can explain things better through video than I can through email. So this is my experience. The first time I had Reiki done, I was working at this place that was like a holistic center, and I was the yoga instructor there, and there were Reiki people, or whatever you call them, masters there. So I wanted to be supportive of the place. It was brand new, it just opened, and I had 2 sessions with the Reiki person, the Reiki master. And basically, what I would lay it on a table, and she kind of held her hands over me, and it lasted for like an hour, and it was relaxing. You know, there was like incense going or essential oil or something, and there was like peaceful, like tranquil music in the background. But I don't really feel like it did anything. Now here's the funny thing. My entire life I've seen psychics. I've practiced spells, witchcraft, if that's what you want to call it. I study astrology, crystals, and I've pretty much at least entertained almost every form of religion or spirituality that there is. But for some reason, I have a really hard time with this energy work stuff. So, you know, it didn't cost me that much money. The woman that owned the place charged me just what the Reiki woman would be getting paid. So it wasn't that I was like paying the full amount. The full amount, I believe, was $90 for the hour. And I just don't feel like this did anything for me. So that was twice. And then the third time I had some kind of energy work by a different woman. And one thing that was interesting was that she did point out that when she went over my right knee, she kind of felt some kind of a blockage, or that I could have some kind of an issue with it. And I don't have knee issues because I am a runner, but every now and again I'll feel an awareness, or there's kind of like a twinge, or something goes on with my knee every now and again if I move a certain way. So that was maybe coincidental. I don't know. They say there are no such things as coincidence, but anyway. So then I got trained in Reiki, and it was part of another training I was doing. And the guy that did it, he was wonderful. I really liked him, but still, I just don't feel like it does anything. So the guy who was my partner during this training, who I had known for a long time, because when he had done his first teacher training years back, I was his mentor. So he and I went way back. I knew him for a long time. This guy is like talking about what it does and what he's going to teach us and blah, blah, blah. And I just keep saying to my partner, I'm like, do you believe this shit? Because it's like I wanted somebody to tell me, oh yeah, this is true. This, you know, I really believe in this. But I just can't see how it's helpful. Holding my hands over somebody and charging them $90 for the hour, and then telling them that they're healed, or I'm unblocking some kind of energy shit, it just to me seems like hocus pocus of hocus pocus. I mean, listen, if you go to an astrologer or a tarot reader, or even someone that does spell work, even if you don't agree with what they say, even if you don't feel like they've helped you, they've at least physically done something. I mean, a tarot reader, if for nothing else, gave you a story. I mean, a spellcaster at least spent time concentrating, lighting the candles, anointing the candles. But this, just standing like that with your hands over me, I don't know, I didn't feel anything. So I get to work the next day, and one of the teachers asks me how the training is going, and I'm like, I just don't believe in this energy work. And she was like, oh God, Danny, if you don't believe in it, how am I ever going to believe in it? And I'm like, I know, right? It's just so uncharacteristic of me. So there was 2 schools of thought. There were the people like me that was like, this is hot bullshit, and it's not, you're not doing anything, but maybe it's mind over matter. And then I had two people were very close friends of mine that said to me, you know, and I don't know that I believe this, I'm just telling you this is what they said, and they both said it and they weren't with each other. They said, maybe you vibrate at a higher frequency, that you're already performing energy work just by being around somebody. All right. I don't know that I believe that, because hell, I'm not perfect. But in other words, what they were saying is your presence is healing enough that being around you makes people feel like they're being healed. So you're already doing this, even though you're not feeling it because it's just something that's inside you. I don't know. That was their theory. And then I would listen to other people talk. Other people talk about energy work, and I felt like calling them out on the carpet. Like, I felt like saying to them, you and I both know that this is bullshit. You have more chance of seeing a unicorn cross the street than this, oh my God, I felt the energy, and the energy shifted, and it just sounds like it's not true. And I felt really bad for people who were like being sucked into this. I mean, I believe that wishing people well, right, and the evil eye, I believe that those all have some kind of effect. But I just can't see how holding my hands over somebody and charging them $90 an hour and not physically touching them is clearing them of anything. And I would feel for myself that if somebody wanted me to do it for them and they wanted to pay me for it, I would have to tell them, I'll do this for you, I'm trained in it, but I don't believe in it, because I really don't see what benefit this is doing for people. But there are studies that show that, like, certain patients that go for treatments, they have Reiki before the treatment, their success rate is higher than those that don't. So maybe there is something to it. I don't know why I'm so resistant to the energy thing, but for some reason I am. So if anybody can convince me, I am up for the convincing. The next part of the training that really got me, this is what really, really frosted it for me. Like I said, this guy was wonderful. I mean, everything he did I thought was great. But when he started with this, I was just like, this guy's got to be kidding me. So he says, if you wanted to send a healing to somebody that you're not physically near, so say you have a friend out in California and you live in New York, you want to send out this healing to your friend in California, well, what you can do is you can take a stuffed animal. Like, he pulls out a stuffed animal. I was gonna bust out laughing. Couldn't even look over there at my partner, because I knew that he knew what I was thinking. So you use this stuffed animal to represent your friend, and you do the Reiki on the stuffed animal. And it was about at this point where I was like, somebody's got to be kidding me. I cannot be the only person in this room thinking that this is a joke, because it just seems so far out there. But there is a piece of me that kind of understands it, because if we talk about like the spiritual world or anything outside the material realm, time and space is not like it is here on Earth. So there is no time. Like I said with the card readings or with the spells, just because the spell didn't happen today, or just because the prediction didn't happen today, doesn't mean it's not going to happen next Thursday or the Tuesday after. It just maybe hasn't happened yet. So maybe it's my logical brain that doesn't want to accept the possibility that I can Reiki a stuffed animal in New York and somebody in, I don't know, California or Alaska can get the healing. Because when you think of it, if you're sending out positive energy to people, and I say it all the time and I really believe it, because I feel like, oh, I want that to happen for you. I wish that that happens for you. We're going to make that happen for you. Like, my energy and my intent is so strong that I don't care that maybe you're not sitting right next to me. Maybe you're across the United States. I feel like you can feel that. So I don't know. Maybe there is something to it. I would love to hear your comments, because I mean, for me not to believe in it, I mean, people are like, I can't believe you don't believe in it. But I am not, I can't, if something doesn't sit right with me, or if I don't believe in something, I can't sell it. I mean, if I will only tell you to look at the unicorn if I see the unicorn standing in front of me. I don't blow smoke. I'm not, you know, like airy fairy. I'm not going to tell you to, I don't know. I'm very real, considering, you know, all things considered. I'm not going to tell you something if I don't believe in it. Okay, so if I'm talking about it, it's because it's something I really believe in. All right, let me know what you guys think. See you soon. Bye bye.